Hey there, this is Ron on episode 43 of No Code, No Problem. Today is definitely a more personal episode compared to the traditional talking about no code and the tools that are in the space. But to start it off, I wanted to quickly thank Lachlan Kirkwood from Twitter on his very generous review of the podcast. If you like No Code, No Problem, or if you don't, I would really appreciate if you express your opinion through a review on Apple Podcasts. But today's episode, of course, is brought to you by Adalo. Adalo is a powerful no-code tool that you can use to build mobile and web apps in minutes. I featured Adalo on episode 2 before they were a sponsor, and I highly recommend you check them out at adalo.com. Use the code NOCODENOPROBLEM to get 20% off your first 6 months, or use my referral link in the description. So, like I said before, this is definitely a more personal episode. So, we talk a lot about the power of no-code, how it empowers all that use it, and the superpowers you gain from adding these tools to your skill set, whether that be for a non-technical person or a technical person. For me, no code has provided me with countless opportunities as I continue to push the space forward and bring awareness to those unfamiliar with it. Just like the title of this episode states, I dropped out of college, all thanks to no code. From running a media business, agency, building a no-code tool, and working for a high-growth no-code startup, you could say I've created plenty of opportunity for myself, and I'm very grateful for those that took a shot on me and gave me opportunity. The most exciting part is I am nowhere near done yet. I'm ecstatic to continue to develop my legacy, and it is all thanks to the community that has backed me since day one. I am forever grateful for all that have listened and engaged with me on a daily basis. You have inspired me to keep going and pursue a movement I've truly fallen in love with. A very personal moment for me along this journey is, given the nature of how I work, I've always been very entrepreneurial, even back to whenever I was slinging baseball cards and football cards to kids in like 6th grade, 5th grade, telling them that their parents would love them for their birthday, who their favorite team is, 50 cents, 25 cents a piece, the last few years of my life have been in and out of mini fortunes. I was no longer working at the previous startup that I was working for, and I was out of it for a while and was excited for the clean slate. But as time passed, no ideas came to me, and my bank became depleted with rent, electric bills, food, and my weekly bus pass. Whenever I started No Code, No Problem, I used the last money I had to buy the domain nocodepodcast.co, which you know today, and a card subscription, leaving me with $8.40 in my account. In the meantime, I added things to my credit card and planned things like events in New York City that I could definitely not afford. Thankfully, Adalo, being the first company to believe in me and my vision, they sponsored my podcast after receiving lots of no's from plenty of other no-code companies. Through now several sponsorships, events, etc., I can now reflect how much no code has changed my life and can only imagine the trip that it is about to take me on. I want to thank each and every one of you for listening, and I will see you guys next time on No Code, No Problem. Thank you again.